VonOff1700 reps a street crew called TossGang, and this set is currently one of the most hated and notorious sets from out west in Chicago. TossGang, or TG, are the younger generation of a gang called L Block.
You can go all the way down, all the way across the park. And let like this when I was. And I was keeping a buck with you. I was keeping a buck with you. I was park down there, but keep running. Nobody ever play with us.
L Block's lineage is originally the Four Corner Hustlers crew, a gang which is much more common in the west of Chicago. Now, this gang alliance was formed around the 1960s in the West Garfield Park neighborhood, so TossGang's history is kind of different from the usual Black Disciple or Gangster Disciple lineage of more popular gang sets like the O Block or STL EBT. In fact, the Four Corner Hustlers was formed as an enemy of the prominent Gangster Disciples way back when they established themselves in the West Garfield neighborhood. To this day, there are over 80 sets that were originally formed out of the OG Four Corner Hustlers gang, but these days the past lineage of a gang is much less important than it was back then, and now many of these sets claim to be EBK or Everybody Killers, meaning they have internal conflicts with and are willing to fight and kill members from gangs that rep the same faction as themselves. Therefore, just because TossGang were originally Four Corner Hustlers doesn't mean that they'd avoid beefing with other Four Corner Hustlers too. An example of this is TossGang's beef with Black Mob, another crew that were born out of the original Four Corner Hustlers gangs. Anyway, naturally, as an EBK crew, TossGang are involved in multiple deadly feuds with nearby blocks. Their most prominent beef is with Same Gang and Black Mob, and in typical Chicago fashion, Same Gang is quite literally one block west from TossGang, and Black Mob one block south, which puts these rivals in dangerous and deadly proximity to each other. But this isn't all of TossGang's beef, as Von would go on to explain. Because of gangs clicking up, TossGang are pretty much into it with most of West Chicago.
What got it like this? Like, how did it get to the point where it's like y'all into it the whole west side?
Cause be dying and clicking up. My dead homie was just losing and clicking up, like eased from all the way from the North Lawndale community, clicking up with the Austin community. Like, how's y'all doing this type of shit? Be clicking up. That's it. A lot of clicked up, all our ops clicked up. So if you want to be with the ops, we're gonna die with the ops. So, bro, we basically toward the whole west side.
Which is the reason why TossGang are often repping the title Most Hated, and VonOff1700 himself never holding back from dissing his ops, like in this Instagram live where he says outright that TossGang is killing Same Gang.
One of the producers locked in with the ops. He say, man, yeah, don't be on that. I say, man, what he is, he Same Gang, tell him we killing him. Oh my God. I say, you saying? I say, we killing you.
Like most beef out west, a lot of TossGang's beef has been going on for over a decade, and they inherited beef from older members of L Block. This can be seen particularly from a Facebook post by a Black Mob OG who was telling Von that he was a toddler when the beef kicked off. The OG even claims that the war now has died down and questioned Von's gangster, claiming none of his so-called ops even know who he is. But regardless of Von's street credentials, TossGang are certainly knees deep in a deadly war. In his No Jumper interview, VonOff1700 was asked about his opinion on the Pushing Peace movement recently made popular by FYB J Main and Tay Savage, and without hesitation, VonOff1700 would claim that he would never make a truce with his ops, as he has lost actual family members to this gang war.
Peace. How you feel about J Main though, like with the Push and Peace thing? He had to like link with Tay Savage to make that happen, so like kind of two people that are from opposing sides.
That's crazy when I seen that shit. It was some weird.
You could never imagine yourself doing that.
I'll never do no like that.
Really?
Hell no.
You're just anti-peace in general, or?
No, just not with no I'm into it. Hell no.
Because hate the ops so bad, we won't even link up with them and push peace in the afterlife.
Oh, bro, no. I'm great on that. Like, that's what they got going on. Like, I ain't knocking them for doing that. Like, I actually, like, salute them for doing that to try to put a better image out there for people, but not me, not the kid with the glasses.
It's just too serious?
Yeah, I'm murdering their ass. Like, but it's different for me because I lost family. So a lot of people lost friends and shit. I lost family. And then, so it's just like, it's different.
And crazily, he goes even further, saying whenever the ops die, look at us. Us, team, we are killing their ass.
They ass lying, talking about something, incriminating themselves on interviews. Look, for we is killing the ops, for I don't get no is killing their ass, for. So tell them we is killing them, for that's what we doing to the ops, for. When they die, look at us, yes.
But when you say we, you're not saying that you personally want to be involved in anything like this, right?
We, team, whatever you want to call it, we is killing their ass, man.
Now, this is a crazy way to talk about what are, let's not forget, completely illegal activities happening in real life. To give you a sense of just how deadly TossGang's beef is, in June of this year, 2024, just weeks before recording this video, one of Von's best friends, Mook Money, was actually killed. Mook was shot and killed in West Chicago, and he was only 19 years old. And because that murder was so recent, there's actually very little detailed reporting on it. But according to Chicago police, Mook, real name Jarion Smith, was hit multiple times in the body by a currently unidentified gunman. His friends would then drive him to Stroger Hospital, dropping his body off outside the emergency room, leading some to believe that he may well have been killed in a drill gone wrong, and that the other passengers in the car couldn't have taken him inside of the hospital without possibly catching a charge themselves. But things would get worse for TossGang in June of 2024. Not even 2 weeks after Mook's death, another 13-year-old TossGang affiliated youth called Lil Mook was also shot in the head and killed.
The 13-year-old boy is dead after being shot on the city's west side, and police say that young teen standing on a sidewalk on South Independence near West 13th when he was shot in the head, and tonight investigators are still looking for that shooter.
Judging by his name, he could well have been a friend or relative of Money Mook, which is both heartbreaking considering both murders were just weeks apart, but even more tragic, Lil Mook was only 13 years old, and regardless of your family ties or affiliations, that's truly too young to be considered a fair target in the gang war. According to witnesses, Lil Mook was playing with fireworks on a sidewalk with his friends when 2 or 3 teens would walk up and open fire. Suspects in this case have been spotted on local surveillance, and the police would seek to identify 3 shooters. The suspects are all alleged to have been around the similar age to Lil Mook, which really shows you just how volatile the gang war in West Chicago really is. In the footage, the teens can be seen unmasked, walking nonchalantly and entering a local store, and just moments later, they allegedly murdered the 13-year-old in cold blood. Sadly, the 2 Mook's deaths weren't Von's only losses in this year, as in May 2024, just 1 month prior to those, Michael, another one of VonOff1700's best friends, would also lose his life. But this one wasn't due to a murder, but allegedly, Michael actually overdosed on fake Percocets, and tragically, his death occurred around the same day as Von's birthday. Clearly, TossGang are really in the streets, living the tough life that comes with hailing from one of Chicago's worst areas. This year, 2024 alone, has seen the gang lose 3 members, no doubt, with this being an incredibly difficult time for VonOff1700 and his friends, no matter how much success he's having in rap. But ultimately, these losses haven't stopped Von from calling out his ops at every occasion and talking very recklessly in interviews. Von clearly has no fear of acting wild on the internet, as in his interviews, he would wildly admit to apparent murders as he doesn't believe the evidence could be used against him in court.
If I sit right here and say, yeah, I killed yesterday, and then it so happened a news article got shot yesterday, what they gonna say I did it just because I said?
Nah.
Alright then, so I just killed yesterday and 2 just died. So come lock me up.
Even going as far as to admit to being a paid hitman.
I don't rap. I do a lot of other too. Like when money get involved with stuff like that.
You're telling me you're an assassin?
No, I'm not telling you nothing.
Oh, okay, but you're kind of like hinting at it.
Yeah.
But killing ops isn't just the only thing Von has been accused of or openly claims. Another notable event involving Von was when he was accused of stealing another Chicago rapper called Lil Zay Osama's car. Lil Zay Osama is a well-established Chicago artist with multiple hits such as F My Cousin with Lil Durk. He's got numerous songs with tens of millions of views. Now eventually, in a No Jumper interview, Adam22 would outright ask VonOff1700 if he was the person to steal the car, with Von replying that he personally didn't take the car, but one of his friends did, which is where the confusion arose.
Okay, so you stole Lil Zay Osama's car?
No,
you specifically, or somebody that you know did it?
Somebody I be with stole his shit. Somebody I be with stole his shit.
Okay.
Von would say that his friends used to always be stealing cars as a sort of hustle, and that Lil Zay wasn't robbed because he was an op, but rather it was just an opportunity for them to steal a nice whip.
We used to be outside. We used to be stealing cars, and there's another who steal cars.
Okay.
And we used to be outside with them on some stealing shit. And then everybody just started putting us in the it was in like, if they steal a car, they would steal a car. But they said, they tried to say it, but everybody know they did that. We ain't, our name ain't on that. I don't know why somebody put that as a YouTube channel. I seen that.
It was a situation going viral, like Bando KV and Lil Zay, and it was saying like they took his car or something. But like I heard like y'all might have had that first or something like that.
Oh no, bro. No, we took one of caught one of our ops con. I don't know what his dumb ass thought. He parked that. His people stay in the hood, you know. He parked in front of his people crib. We just ran through the hood, you know what I'm saying? My dad, we ran through the hood, we see that, we take that. We look up, 3 weeks later, my homie girlfriend and his, you know, they in cahoots and weird, but word got back like, oh, they got this con, they call us, man, that's my car, TossGang riding that. Yeah, we'll come kill you out your car, my damn, we free through you.
With this brash and fearless personality, in an age of Chicago drill where the biggest rappers and personalities are the ones with the realest street stories to tell, it's no surprise then that with this wild background, VonOff1700 had the potential for a successful rap career. And once he picked up a microphone, it wouldn't take much for him to go viral.